guys. So here we have another week with Sam. Super excited to just kind of get back on here and talk about life, dude. What you been up to?
Nothing, just getting into this whole real estate thing and, getting accustomed to it. I'm switching brokerages right now. I'm actually going to like an all-female brokerage, which is pretty funny. Like, she said she's making an exception, and I do well with chicks. I told her I get along with everyone, so we'll see.
That's cool. That's exciting. Is it kind of like happening this month?
Yeah, it's called The Edit. I went to like a late lunch with the girl Lindsay who runs it, and super sweet, really cool girl, and it's more boutique and smaller, which I feel I kind of need like direction in the sense I'm all over the page, like all over the place. I throw a post out and I got tons of people hitting me up, and I need a system that's more kind of funneled and that like deals with like which ones are legit, like who are actual like interested buyers, and
Qualifies
I can
them.
deal with it right now, but we haven't started putting out our content. So I think once we start doing that,
Open the floodgates is gonna be like
yeah,
crazy.
and just like for efficiency, and I've got a bunch of stuff going on with like the peptides, and then I sell those amniotic skin grafts as well, which that business is going away because of some new legislation. But yeah, I want it to be nice and organized, and have all my emails for real estate go in one place, and so yeah, I think
badass, dude.
yeah, they'll be good with helping with that. So
Yeah, it's crazy because like we were talking earlier how like you're one of the only agents that's really have purchased over $100 million in real estate yourself. So it gives you a huge upper hand in regards to like knowing what the buyers, sellers want. And so I think that brokerage is going to be very happy to have you because you have a lot of experience.
Yeah, and I'm not like they were saying, would you be cool with like tagging us? And I'm like, yes, of course. Like
Of
that's
course,
not a thing. And a lot of people are kind of like stingy with it, I guess you could say, which is like for me, if one of my followers goes and buys a house with them, it's not a big deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm kind of more about like just put it out there, do a good job, be professional, and just be a likable individual, and people are going to work with you. So, and that's I've already think I'm about to put 900 under contract, which is cool. You're the first person I'm really telling about that. And it goes to show that like the social media does really have like a strong presence, much more so than I thought. I mean, it's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
So
what you did some social on your Tampa house, right? How did that go?
yeah, so like I didn't think that real estate was gonna be influenced too much. Like I figured, I've got 300 or so 100,000 followers, but they're all like, primarily chicks who watched Siesta Key. So I didn't think it would have a big influence or, help too much with my real estate career. But I learned that Zillow, when you put a ton of eyes on a certain like property, it gives it preferential treatment. So it puts it at like the top of the page and puts it in front of people's eyes first. And if you look at the analytics that I have, it shows I got like 550% more views and like 12,000 like I'll show you the numbers, and it's very staggering. It's like a huge advantage. So
yeah, I'm sure Zillow's not used to having like traffic like that from a social post, which you bring.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I just didn't think, I figure someone would have learned to take like an influencer and have them be part of the team and just do the marketing. Like if you think about it, Frederick Eklund, all the guys who have essentially been on television they've got these huge brands now to where they can go chill in San Tropez and just have
Funnel
people
clients.
like exactly, and not really, I don't know how much value that brings when they're in San Tropez, but it does bring a lot of value. So it's going to make a much larger difference than I thought, and I think this is going to like grow very, very quickly. And again, there's not really someone in Miami that's like a cool, good looking dude, or like, I mean, some more chicks are doing it than guys, that's like consistently like showing like an insight to their life, and then the real estate market, and just like something that people can kind of follow. I mean, a few people are doing it obviously, but
not like guys especially.
yeah I haven't seen any dudes really do it. And then like which it's more work than you think. You think you go out and you take the video, but like a girl's in the video and she doesn't like how her makeup was done and this and that, the other. So it's more goes into it than you would think. But I think someone could capitalize on it very easily, and I think I'm going to do that. So
dude, I know a little bit, but you've had like so far in 30-60 days of being an agent, you've done like multiple rentals, you've obviously come in on a closing. Like talk a little bit about the success this far.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like I haven't even really launched yet. I've like just been getting settled into my home, and getting everything organized with you content wise, and I'm excited for it to be on a schedule of every week, like a podcast every week, a day of going through and giving an update on the Norway properties, and then just showing a day in my life of, going and checking out like penthouses for a client, this, that, the other, and just have something to drop every day so that you're on the forefront of people's minds so that when they go, like one of Katie's really good friends, I was just at lunch with them and they're like, oh, we just listed our $75 million penthouse. We forgot you're an agent. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's like a really big ball drop on my end, I guess, which like, maybe they had a better relationship with their realtor anyway or whatever it was. But it was just a reminder to me that like
presence matters.
Yeah, that's a big listing to have, you know, so.
No, it's cool because you're doing it already. You just haven't like launched a lot of stuff, but it's cool to see like you're basically sharing your world with the internet through podcasts, through lifestyle, through like touring. So it's gonna be good. So people are gonna see that you're in action.
Yeah, no, it'll be cool for sure. I'm excited.
And so talk to me a little bit about like I know we talked earlier. Growing up, man, what was that? You did some dirt biking with your brothers, some skateboarding. Like, what was that like? Yeah,
well, I mean, we were talking about like differences and how like I didn't, the whole money thing everyone always wants to bring up, and how I didn't really like, notice it just growing up. I was just like whatever, but like people would get dirt bikes, and I would get like a dirt bike track, and like that also goes to show like shout out my dad was like so That's cool awesome. And sweet when you like look back and think about it, but like he went and got 300 acres in Mayaca and built us like a whole dirt bike track cool. He got a Bobcat and went out there and did it, which I can only imagine how many hours went into that, you know what I mean? And I was probably like, these ramps aren't big enough for some stupid, you know what I mean? But it's normal, you don't like realize that other people aren't getting that and stuff. So I'm always very, very appreciative. But it was just funny. You're like, were you into dirt biking? And I'm like, of course, I had a dirt bike track. And it's like, I guess that's not normal. Cool. Yeah. So I had a skate park as well. My dad bought a house and ripped it down and built a skate park.
Dude, that's wild. That's awesome. Do you have any photos, videos of that?
For sure. My mom has like a library like of stuff.
That's awesome. Mom, send that footage so we can add it to this.
Don't tell her that. You'll be getting lots of photos.
You'll be getting all the childhood stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So real estate career is going well. Obviously, you're just still doing a lot of you're doing your personal development. Talk to me a little bit more about the peptides, the gym, like what you're kind of jumping into that space.
Yeah, so that's another thing with real estate. I think I'm going to do well in real estate, and I think I'm going to meet a lot of people that can utilize my social media presence and do what they're already doing, and I can put some more eyeballs on it and get them some more customers and grow it that way. That's what I did with the peptide stuff, and it worked out very well. Like once I had an account, it was just money on autopilot, and so that was good. And I think I'm going to be able to do the same thing with peptides and create a nice little brand with that. My friends who are very successful in that space are also now buying a house and using me, and
awesome.
It goes with the whole work ethic thing that you like to touch on a lot. It's they were looking for a short-term rental, and I did not have access to the MLS, and hit up some people and said, yo, could you help me like get some properties and stuff like lined up? I'll split it with you. It's not really about the money for me. And they're like, yeah, of course, and nothing, you know what I mean? Which like I understand people have their own lives and stuff, but that turned into, I'm anticipating, I'm 99% sure going to be a sale that, $10 million of, 4 or 5%. It's a nice little check. And,
100%.
Because
you went above and beyond. Like I actually was with you in a lot of those tours, and you would be like, no, if they don't like it just a little bit, we're doing another tour.
Well, yeah, they're like, the last guy was trying to like pressure us to get something. I'm like, well, yeah, he probably has rent to pay, you know what I mean? And like, I'm like, if you never buy something, then cool. Like still, I just don't like making people uncomfortable and stuff. And I guess that'll be a differentiator I have as well.
Huge value proposition.
Obviously, please no one like do any fake tours with me or anything. Like I hope the people
proof of funds.
Exactly. Like I hope they want to purchase, but that's not like my like MO isn't like get the money out now.
Yeah, dude, you're a super team player. Ever since I've known you, you've been super just giving, generous, but also a team player where you're like, hey, dude, we all win. We all work together. We all work hard, which just goes to show with these relationships. Like, it's just so happens that rental turned into potentially a home purchase, right? So it's like you put in that work, you gave, and
yeah. Well, I mean, and at the end of the day, I think I am going to be doing business with them as well. So it's just awesome. Like add value, and then like eventually it's going to be like there's going to be a big pile of money, and awesome, so obviously the people are going to
That must be a certain mindset you have. Maybe you could thank your parents or somebody in your family that you kind of grew up with as having the mentality of like more positive, optimistic. Like is that something that's impacted you in the way you think?
I am just super optimistic and positive, and I like feel like my life is like a cheat code a lot of the time. Like I'm like not to toot my own horn, but I'm like kind of a good height, good looking dude, and from a family that's like where I'm in a great place financially. I have a gorgeous fiance and amazing mom and dad, and I'm like, so I feel super, super blessed, but it's easy for me to say, because I am. And so I guess that's why I feel that way. And it's just, I don't know. I've also I'm really thankful for the lows I've had because again, sounds super cliche, but you don't enjoy the good without the bad. So it's some of the best things, that have happened to me are like the most awful things someone could ever imagine. The boat crash, totaling my Rolls Royce and almost dying, and then, getting robbed and partying way too much and having my life spiral out of control were all phenomenal at the end of the day. So
it's a good way to look at life now. Dude, talk to me about the last couple of months you've been in Miami. You've just moved here back, 4 months now, 3 months?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I moved into the tiny little condo that I was chilling in for a month while I negotiated this place because I didn't want to just commit to it. And then, there's a lot of minor details at the end, which on a house like this will end up being like $1 million or $2 million, you know what I mean? So didn't want to fully commit and then be kind of even though I trust Michael Nori very, very much, it just would have been dumb for me to just, give it a deposit and say, sure, I'm sure when it's done it'll be exactly the way I want it to be. But obviously he did an amazing job. He's a man of his word, and super, super happy that I, made this move.
Speaking of Michael Nori, you guys have some pretty cool concepts coming up. Japan, I know, is a house you guys are building for the global collection. Talk a little bit about that, man.
Yeah, so I don't know which footage we're using or not, so I don't want to be too redundant or repetitive, but so the whole thing is when I was purchasing the homes, you go look at houses, you see between $15 to $25 million houses, it's the exact same thing every time. Okay, the developer put this marble in, it's super expensive, and then he's got the shatterproof windows, they're super expensive, and just okay, everything in the house is super expensive. We get it. It's all the best. And then, I came here and Michael Nori's like, this and that's from Turkey. If you touch it, you could see this is from the quarry. And I'm like, oh dude, you really you have something here. And then he's like, well, the next one, I'm thinking with Japan, because I'm 100% we're doing that. So my house is the Turkey house, you know what I'm saying? And it's the Rosa Perlata is from a famous quarry. And then, the hammam he did in here is the last Roman whatever empire's hammam. It's designed after that particular one. So I'm we got to run with that with, people who are at this price level are billionaires all the time. They want something unique. And if you buy 1075 next, you have the one and only Japanese themed Nori home on this little island, Belmead, which is representative of Earth. I think it's super, super dope.
No, that's awesome. Everyone has the big house, but who has a signature collection like the global collection?
For sure, yeah. It just makes it a piece of art as opposed to, oh, you got the expensive marble too?
Yeah, it's
dope.
Boring. No, that's cool. And I know Michael's doing some crazy concepts with the sky, what was it, the airport landing pad for the helicopters?
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't even know what he's saying half the time. I guess there's a water plane landing garage or something. And
insanity.
I have no idea what that's going to look like, but it's going to be sick, I guess.
There's another one here in Belmead, right? A little off the island that's coming out too?
That he's building?
The one that's over here.
Where there's 900 is off the island. It's right at the entrance, right before the bridge. And then there's 723 that he's doing as well, that he partnered with some people as well that are awesome dudes. That's going to be a really sick house. And then from there on out, it's hopefully we get 900 under contract next week. And then after that, there's 723, and then everything else is going to be in the global collection. It's right, we haven't gone all the way into it, but I'm thinking each one should have a book almost. It's this is your he was saying the bridge in my house is representative the Bosphorus Bridge, I think it's called, which is in Turkey. It connects somewhere to I'm so bad with geography, but I need to learn that one day. But it is representative of it, and it would just be super dope to have on your coffee table, you know what I mean?
The meaning of the home, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's super sick.
Yeah, maybe we burn the edges and stuff and make it look like some treasure.
No, that's awesome. No, it's super unique, man. I think we see Google co-founders moving here. The start is just it's still happening. People are moving here from New York. California has this huge wealth tax. Did you hear about that?
California's wealth tax?
Yeah. Now it's an additional 5% or something.
I don't even know, dude. I'm never looking over there. So it's way.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of tech billionaires are coming over here right now. There's this huge 5% additional wealth tax that are going to be implemented in the next year or two, and so most of these guys are Miami.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a no-brainer. It's I don't even understand why someone would think anything other than being in Florida. So.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's, I think, awareness. I think now there's a lot more attention to Florida, and I think even the UM game yesterday, you had Trump there, you had Dana White there. You had some of the biggest names, Jake
Yeah.
Paul, like all these guys are there. Like,
Well, I mean, speaking to that, my friends who are potentially like, I don't want to say too much, but possibly purchasing 900, they came down a month ago to Florida and were like, oh my God, like,
This
thought
awesome.
it was a playground, and then like, now they're buying, so it's pretty crazy.
no, it's like it's when you come and experience it, it's
Mhm.
freaking awesome. It's just
Yeah.
like so much going on, so much fun, so much energy. Positive.
I guess that's another thing as a realtor too that's pretty dope is they're like, hey, we're gonna get like bottle service here, and I'm like, no, you're not. Like, we're gonna go meet the owner really quick. You're not paying for bottles, right? And then, oh, we've never been on a boat before, and I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna go down the street to Tom Cruise's house. We're gonna take his yacht out, and they're like,
Seriously?
if someone would have done that for me when I moved to Miami, I would have saved, oh my God, a very large sum of money because
Yeah.
I definitely was paying my way for the, meeting all the cool people, whatever. And
Which is actually cool because you've experienced, I think, all of what Miami has to offer from an experiential perspective that you can now provide that to your clients, which,
Mhm.
What agent is going to go above and beyond, like getting them a yacht, go into, touring them
Yeah.
the spots, like
Mhm.
introduce them to the owners of the spots, right? You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how big of a value it is to be with pretty girls in Miami. Like, if you're with enough pretty girls, you get to go for free and this and that. And I was showing up with a ton of very pretty girls and an Amex Black card, and they were definitely running that thing. So,
Like, we love you, Sam. Come over.
exactly, they really love me extra.
No, but now it's actually interesting because now as a real estate agent, you have like so many relationships that are going to only
Mhm.
help your clients and get into places that may want to check out or
Yeah.
get reservations or check out this. Like it's kind of
Mhm.
cool, man. It's
Yeah.
very unique. I don't think a lot of agents have to offer that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Especially.
Yep. No
So,
doubt.
Belmead Island, who lives here right now? Like any cool people?
There's me, Tom Cruise, and then, I've met a bunch of the neighbors. I don't want to
Yeah.
disclose like people's houses because
course,
something
yeah.
bad happens and I'm in trouble. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of cool people.
It's
Up and coming island, and a lot of people like say they've still never heard of it or whatever. So I guess I got to do a better job of getting that out there. And but
what we
again,
hear.
we just started. So
Yeah. No, I was actually at an investor meeting up in Fort Lauderdale, and I was talking to some guys, and I was like, "Oh, I got to get going. I'm gonna go head to Belmead Island." And they're like, "Oh, I've been hearing about that place." So it's
Mhm.
definitely.
I've heard that a lot too. I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
people be like, "That's the place to move." You know what I mean? So, but yeah, again, if you go look at the Venetian, the houses are touching one another, and there's like an open road through the middle of it. Like, this feels like a quaint, quiet little neighborhood
Yeah.
on a little getaway island, like tucked
No, it
in there.
definitely
It's like
does.
super, super cute, and like I don't know, Chickpea likes it.
You sound like I
Yeah.
done with the neighbors. No, it's cool. It feels very family oriented, but also very quiet and secluded. So it's like you could just have like a
Yeah, someone said this like before, like if you're coming to Belmead Island, you're coming to Belmead Island. There's no like
yeah.
we're just rolling through the neighborhood. It's like where are you going? You know what
It's,
I mean?
it's a destination, not like a
yeah,
random.
yeah. You're coming here to come here and go to your home, or like
Yeah,
there's
visit a
no
friend.
roaming around type thing really.
That's pretty cool. By the way, congrats on your friend's engagement. I saw that. you
Yeah,
guys were
Jack
celebrating
Romano,
this.
yeah, my best friend. He's hilarious. That was awesome. I'm super, super stoked for him. So.
Yeah, no, so it looks cool. He looks like he's had some fun. It's
Yeah.
awesome for him. Congratulations, dude. You guys took out the Tom Cruise's yacht?
Yeah, we took his yacht out, and then my stomach was hurting at the club. I don't know. I've never had a stomach ache before, but I was just like, felt like my appendix was gonna burst. So I, got there, popped the bottles, and bounced. So,
The health always comes first, especially when it's like your stomach. That's just not to mess with.
yeah, everyone's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, yeah. Again, I'm like, no, I'm bouncing. So.
Did you watch the football game at all? The UM football game?
No, I didn't. I forget. Me and Katie were doing something, and I don't know. I just totally forgot about it.
It was like it was a pretty good game, and I was watching the last 2-3 minutes of it. It's like, oh damn, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, it was at 27-20,
yeah,
right?
it was like literally.
My mom told me this morning. So.
They had an interception, and it's like, it's game over, and
Yeah.
Indiana took it. But dude, it's crazy to see who shows up. Like now, I mean, I'm sure these are UM fans, but for like Dana White, the president, Jake Paul, like to show up to a UM Nationals game, like it's pretty iconic.
Yeah, I mean, no, for sure. Yeah, my boy John, one of my good friends who's best friends with Jake Paul, hit me up last night. He's like, I just landed. Like, I'm coming to stay at your house. And I'm like, yeah, cool, go for it, whatever. Like, and
That's
he's
awesome.
like, here, I'll tell you what he said.
That's hilarious.
He was with Trump and them, and he was like, come out. And I'm like, dude, this only in Miami.
The
Let me
only
see.
guy that you will choose to stay and oversee the
He
president.
said, he's too damn funny.
That's awesome.
Let me see.
I mean, if you guys told me let's go see the president, I'd probably like,
Just got to Miami. Wanted to see if I could stay at your house. And I said, of course, brother. And he said, just kidding. You're the GOAT. Just wanted to see what you'd say. Real one. I'm like,
That's
you're always
awesome.
welcome to stay here. And then he said, meeting up with Trump and Jake. I'm coming by tomorrow, so we'll see. But he said they're leaving the game right now. I'm with the Secret Service.
That is hilarious. With Trump and Drake leaving the game right now, with Social Security service, that's hilarious. That's all. I got you. That's epic, dude.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime opportunity to be out with the president, Secret Service, and Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. I'm sure we'll see John, if not John or Jake. But cool, man. What else is new? What's happening the rest of this week for you?
Wedding planning stuff,
Dude,
and then
exciting.
figuring out, like I said, about what's up with 900, and then want to get some new marketing material. I'm thinking of doing a Valentine's Day party. If I end up doing this I'm doing the peptide brand. If we can have it all ready in time, I was thinking of like either going the peach route, like you know how like peaches for asses or whatever, like is a thing. So like get a big peach emoji at the front of my house, or like
That's
a big
awesome.
heart, and then have it lit up real big, and then like a QR code in there. So.
Yeah.
And then have like some Chanel purses on display, and whichever chick gets the most likes, or I guess chick or dude, whoever gets the most likes on their picture in front of it, like wins the purse or some
That's
type of
awesome.
like cool thing like
Yeah.
that. And then also I want to have like the Nori Homes, like laminated and big picture frames and stuff. And that goes back to what I was saying is like it would be a cool like, you know, Ferrari, when you buy one, they give you a wine bottle with like the Ferrari emblem and your name on. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so so
I'll
like
have one.
collectors have like a ton of their like whatever Ferrari wine bottles, but I'm like it would be real cool if like when you bought the house you got like the big framed picture. And I think personally, I think it would be the coolest to have it be like the first rendering, because like you do the rendering and then you change it and then do, but it's just like kind of cool to see like
The history.
this thought right here is like this thing now, you know. And if you ever, this goes for anyone out there, go norigroup.com and look at my house. It looks identical other than the painting right there and the painting right there and right there. This house is like
Clone.
the pillows are the same, like
Shit.
everything. Yeah.
That's epic. That's awesome. No, that's actually a really good idea. I mean, that's like adds to the global collection concept. It's
Yeah.
like
I think like a cool little book,
yeah.
you know, and then like the big, like framed like picture. Because I think personally, like in 5-6 years, whenever Michael's done with this project, like it's gonna be a thing. Like just like, you know, this artist right here, Marco Grassi, with those gold paintings, he's not gonna live forever, and he's an amazing artist. But like when someone can't make those anymore, like I want all of them. You know what I mean? Like they're so sick and so unique, and I think that's kind of what Michael has going on here is, you know, like branding something and differentiating. And like it's just so often I have people say, like even John, Jake's best friend, is like, I've never been in a house like that. This morning people were looking at my house and they were in the living room talking to me about it because they were talking about purchasing 1075, and they're like, we've never ever been in a house like this. Like and I'm talking people who buy expensive stuff, you know? Like many hundreds of millions of dollars type people. So
no, that's awesome. You're like the first in history books because you bought the first Nori property, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
And I came up with the idea too. So.
No, that's awesome, man. So cool, dude. Well, this has been a fun pod. I think it's cool to start doing this, you know, weekly, just catch up with the world.
Yeah. We need to come up with like a theme. You know, my buddy Trey Martell, shout out Trey, was telling me when I was talking about doing this. He does a podcast and he's a roofer, and he has his company is called Strong Safety Roofing because he played football. He was a strong safety, and like the strong and the safety thing go together. And he was saying he gets an unbelievable amount of business just from being on the forefront of people's minds from the podcast every week. And like so we could even do it like with a fun theme. But I think like what's going on in Miami is, you know, you were just bringing up like whoever was listening to that racist song and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Andrew Tate guys coming out here and listening to some Hail Hitler.
Who was
shit.
it? What were the other people's names?
It was Sneeko, Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes.
The Look Max or whatever.
Look Max, clavicular.
Yeah.
It's wild shit, dude. They're literally getting banned by all hospitality groups right now across the nation.
Well, I just thought it was so thirsty, like on their end, like especially Tate, like he's so like gangster and so like
cool.
Already locked in, already has everything set, and it's like you really get like a bunch more views with that one.
To
with
be
all
honest,
the
it
little
looked
kids.
like he was surprised. Like some of the videos that I saw, he kind of looked
I mean,
like...
they were listening to it in the stupid little van on the way there and singing with little boys and stuff. Like, miss me with that.
I wondered who led that, because it definitely felt like he felt uncomfortable from what I saw. But yeah, you're right. They did it twice. It's
I would have been like, dog,
pretty fucked.
I'm like a public figure. Like,
don't be doing that.
Stop dancing on me and like playing weird song. I don't know.
It's interesting because they obviously have their own reasons to do it or whatever the reason, but it's just like crazy.
It's for attention.
Yeah,
that's it.
You're right. You're 100% right.
For what other reason they really like that song? Like
it's pretty gnarly. Yeah.
It's clearly going to like, you know, incite a response. It's
and it's not positive in any way. It's complete hatred. It's like, that's not cool. Like that just doesn't.
There's the whole like, we don't care what people think about us vibe, I guess. But it's like I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, there's crazy shit always happen in Miami. That's for sure.
Yeah. We could talk about that type of stuff or whatever. So
no, this is cool, man. Well, cool guys. Hope you guys enjoy this and come back next week for the next episode. Peace.